Hello and welcome, my dear students, to my channel Mathematics Made Easy. This is Ms. Ruchika welcoming you to part 2 of lesson 1 for parabolas. This video is in continuation with our last video, so if you have not watched part 1 of this video, I would strongly urge you to watch it. I will put the link in the description box. Make sure you watch that introduction to parabola so that you can understand this video much better. The learning objective of today's session would be to write equations of parabola and to solve lot of questions which are important and can be expected for your upcoming exams. So it's a must watch, very important video. Make sure to watch it till the end so that you are confident in solving any question of parabola that comes in your exam. Okay, so let's solve some questions now. This one you will try yourself. This is the easy one, so I'll do the more difficult one for you here. So here the equation is given to you for the parabola, but it is not given in standard form. So first we need to convert in standard form. Now here if you notice the power of y is 2, that means y square. So the parabola in standard form would be this equation, the one which opens horizontally. So we need to convert this form into this equation number 2. So that's first thing you will do. Then you will identify, after you do it in standard form, same, the vertex, the focus, the axis of symmetry and the directrix, like the previous video which was part 1, and then finally the graph. So one step is added here extra, which is to convert in standard form. So the method we are going to use is completing the squares method, and we have used this method in the video of ellipse 2. I have made a special video on this method. I will put the link in the description box. This is a grade 9 video, so if you have forgotten this method, completing the square, please watch that video. And now let's solve this question. So first we'll collect the y square terms on one side. So 3y square plus 6y is taken together, remaining everything else taken on the other side. So 12x minus 15. This 15 goes here. Now what is the common term here? The common number is 3, so we take it out and we are left with y square plus 2y. Now in order to convert this to perfect square, I will add 1 and subtract 1 so that the equation is unchanged. So this is 3 times a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is y plus 1 whole square, and you have a minus 3 which will in the next step go to the other side. So when this negative 3 goes here, it becomes positive. So negative 15 plus 3 gives you negative 12. So here now this is coming somewhat closer. If you see, you are getting y minus k whole square kind of a term. So here you take so this is 12x. Okay, so here you take now 12 common, so you are left with x minus 1. So 3y plus 1 whole square is equal to this. Now we are going to take this 3 on the other side, so divide by 3. So this becomes y plus 1 whole square is equal to 4 times x minus 1. Now compare with standard form. Yes, we have already successfully completed the conversion. So now your k is negative 1, your p is 1 as you see, because 4 is equal to 4p, and your h is equal to 1. So your h is 1, your k is negative 1, and your p is also 1. So you have got all three. So now you got the vertex. Vertex is the point h comma k by the formula sheet. Now I'm using 1 2 3 4. I know it opens horizontally, and because p is positive, it will open on the right. So this kind of a parabola graph you are going to get. Let's write the vertex. So vertex is h comma k, 1 comma minus 1. This is v. Then focus is h plus p. So h plus p would give you 2 comma minus 1. Then axis of symmetry would be y equal to k, which is y equal to minus 1. Directrix would be x equal to h minus p. So h minus p is 0. That means x equal to 0. So that means y-axis becomes the directrix. Now this is quite an easy graph in that way because we've got everything, all the values. So the graph will be somewhat like this, passing through the right with the vertex as this point. Let me change color. Vertex as this point, focus as this point, axis of symmetry y equal to -1, directrix as the y-axis. So if y-axis is acting as the directrix, then let's draw it. So now I have very less space here. I'm going to quickly draw a rough one. So x is 1, y is -1. So if this is -1, 1, this is the point of vertex. F point, which is the focus, is x equal to 2 and y equal to -1. So this point, okay, so this is the parabola, vertex is here, so it is starting at this point, and then y equal to -1. This is y equal to -1. This is the axis of symmetry, so the parabola on the top and on the bottom would be same. So here this point is vertex, here it is focus, this already you got, and if you see, your axis of symmetry would be your x equal to h minus p. So h minus p is 0, so that's your axis of symmetry. So this is how the parabola will look like. It's a rough graph. You can draw the exact one using ruler and pencil. Another question, this is a solved question very similar to the previous one that we did. So here you have to first write the parabola equation in standard form. So again here the power of x is 2, so that means we are going to complete the square for x. So follow the same steps. Here you take the common term 1 by 4, so inside it is 12x, that means 6 is the number. How do you take? You take b, which is the coefficient of x, which is -12, divide by 2, so it is -6, and take its square. So you decide that is the term 36, which is going to be added and subtracted to complete the square. Then you complete the square, you get it as x minus 6 whole square, convert in standard form, and because this standard form is comparable to the vertical parabola, the parabola here would be vertical, it will open down. It's a downward parabola because the value of p is negative. You can use the formula sheet to find the vertex, the focus, the directrix, axis of symmetry, and then you draw the parabola using those things and do the graph. Next kind of important question that can come in your ministry exam is this guided practice. So I'm going to be doing one question for you here. Very similar, you will try these questions yourself. So in such a question, you are not given the graph, you are not given the equation, you are just given the focus and the vertex. So you have to use that to do the equation, and then after that do the graph. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing the first part. I will now do the equation for you, and you have also learned now how to do the graph, so it will be easy for you. So the focus f is given -6, 2, and the vertex v is given -6, -1. So look at the x coordinate, it is same. So when the x coordinate is same but y coordinate is different, this is going to be a vertical parabola. So if it is a vertical parabola, its standard form from the formula sheet would be this equation. So if it is this equation, we have from the formula sheet for the focus h comma k coordinate, and here in the question the focus is given as this point, means h is -6, k is 2. Similarly, your vertex point for this kind of a parabola is given by is given by v, which is h comma k plus p. So that means this is given to be -6 comma -1. So k plus p, if you compare it, is -1. K is already 2, so you can calculate your p from here. P comes out to be negative. So if it is less than 0, it means your parabola is going to open downwards. Okay, it will be a downward parabola. And now comparing this with the equation, you can just plug in the value. H is negative, so this will be plus 6. P is also negative, so 4 times minus 3. Y minus k is positive 2. So the final standard equation of the parabola would be this. So that completes the first part, which is the equation. Now you have all the things. You have the focus, the vertex. You know it is a downward vertical parabola with this equation. So you can go ahead and do the graph like we did in the last question. That brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found it useful and you have practiced well the kind of important problems to be expected from the topic of parabola. So on the special request of grade 10 elite students, this video was made by me, Mr. Chika. I hope you found it useful and enjoyed it as much as I did in making it. So give it a thumbs up if you found it useful, and also hit the bell icon to receive notification of my upcoming videos. See you in my next video, which will be on the topic of hyperbola.